the initial inspiration for the founders of the brewery when they originally set up?
So they were both huge beer fans. You know, they liked beer. They wanted to really just wanted to start making their own.
Yep.
They'd actually worked together on a couple of different food projects before, working in coffee and pickles and different things together. But beer was always a real love for them both. So they said, okay, you know, we need to do something about it.
Yep.
So they brought a second-hand brew kit in. Probably luckily they didn't try the brewing themselves. You know, they knew that while they had a passion for beer and they loved it, they weren't brewers. So they brought in a couple of guys from university. They'd studied brewing, and were able to start from there, really. They started brewing, began with Lord Marple's, which is a classic British bitter, so a 4% cask ale, and then since then have brewed a wide world of different styles.
Oh, fantastic.
But I'll start us off with a beer, you know, got to refresh ourselves while we're going. This is Lucas, so this is 4.2%.
Right.
This is a Helles lager, so a German style, hopped with Hallertau. It's very light.
I'm going to say, you can smell it's very light.
Yeah, it's light, it's crisp, it's refreshing. And it is, you know, this is a 6-week beer. It's a long process to it, just to get that right, because it is so light, you know. If there's any flavour faults, you can't hide those. So you need to make sure it is perfect every single time.
Sure. And it's lightly carbonised as well.
It is.
It's,
Cheers.
got a good head. Cheers, James. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, and this is, you know, now a go-to beer for us in our pubs. Right across the UK, we're finding people are wanting a craft lager, something that's brewed with a lot of skill, the precision. There is that time and effort into it as well, and it's still light and drinkable.
Very nice and chilled, so it's a perfect temperature.
Of course, yeah, all from the fridge, just for you. So.
Superb, thank you very much.
No problem. So try another one. Should we keep them rolling?
Yeah,
perfect.
Let's keep rolling.
So this one, this is our flagship beer. This is Jaipur.
Right.
So 5.9% IPA. Been brewing this now for nearly 13 years, and was the beer that put us on the map. So it's won a huge amount of awards for us, and is the beer that people will come back and always ask for.
Yeah, lovely. Thank you. Slightly darker in colour. Carbonised as well, slightly. Oh, really hoppy, definite hoppy sort of flavour to it.
So especially after that Lucas, you're going to get, you know, this.
Really feel the difference.
And it is an American style IPA. You're going to have that big American hop character. It's all English malt, so it's a bit lighter than maybe some of the American IPAs you'd see. And that helps with the balance for us, we feel, as well. So there's enough sweetness to keep the hops in check, but it's not too much. So you still get a nice bitterness on the finish.
And that's got a much deeper taste to it. You can really.
It comes right the way back, doesn't it, with that bitterness? Yeah.
Some tasty, some fruits in there. There's that real hoppy, and you can tell the American hop coming through straight away.
Yeah,
that's it. That sort of, like you said, a bitterness, but under control, that just sort of gives the palate a real awakening when you're trying it.
Yeah,
it's very nice indeed.
Fresh, flavourful, and yeah, that bitterness is key because it does make it drinkable. It's not too sweet, it's not too bitter. It is, for us, Jaipur is about that perfect balance of the two. So when you finish, and it is that drinkability, you want in another one afterwards.
And still light enough that it is, like you said, that lasting taste is makes you want to go back for more. It keeps on. Keeps on working. That is a very nice beer.
Thank you. So much darker now, the Cocoa Wonderland.
Yeah.
So this one, you should instantly get that aroma. Yeah.
You can smell the chocolate and the licorice. Oh, yeah, really coming up. Oh, an instant hit. That is very smooth. Lovely. You can straight away the flavour is there with the taste immediately on the palate.
So we've been brewing this for a few years now, but it's only recently become more and more of a core beer for us. So it began in cask. It was named Best Beer in Sheffield at the Sheffield Beer Festival, and then we started doing more and more cask beer for it. The demand came in for keg and bottle, and we've not really been able to stop brewing it anymore, actually, because even in midsummer we're still getting the demand for the style in. and it's 6.8%, so it does pack a bit of a punch as well, but it's that rounded flavour. There is the chocolate, but it is still, you know, it's a proper beer. You get that roasty bitterness as well in there. It's balanced. It's not too much one way or the other. So.
It's quite light and creamy. It's a very creamy aftertaste, which is very nice indeed. That is a lovely, smooth drink, and I can see why you're doing it as an all year round, not just a seasonal beer.
No, definitely. And again, that's just on the demand. So we will certainly be brewing more and more of this one as well.
Superb. Excellent. Thank you.
Cheers.
Definitely.
Talking of, let's pop open this fourth one that we've got here. This is one of the barrel room series, so it's actually made here.
Okay.
This is Love Among the Ruins. So it's a beer that it's actually a Belgian brown ale. Right. Goes into French red wine casks. Yep. It's got cherries in there too. It's got Brettanomyces, a couple of different types of souring bacteria. We got Pediococcus and Lactobacillus. It's in there for about 18 months. Then we package it, we put some champagne yeast in the bottle as well, give it a couple of months of bottle conditioning, and then we're able to sell it out and about from there. So a long process, but certainly worthwhile. Absolutely. This one was voted, a gold medal at the World Beer Cup back in 2016 in the wood and barrel aged sour category too. So it's got good credentials.
So would that be the beer that you would put up for an award?
Yes, certainly. I mean, you know, it is one that we just get people coming back for, asking for. One, we actually pair this quite often with different desserts at our beer and food pairings. It's a nice one to finish with. Works very well in that format too. So for all sorts, really, we do. But we'd certainly put this one up. We'll put it back into the World Beer Cup again this year.
Got a very amber flavour to it, and already before I've even brought it up to my nose, I can smell it. It's,
that's it.
Tantalising the nostrils. Oh. Yeah, you can really pull out the sort of, it's almost got a champagne smell to it before you even...
There's that fruity character, that real cherry. The cherries are sharp, and it does really help with that. You get the sweetness from it, you get the sourness, and again, you know, even on that long process of brewing this one, there is still that balance and that drinkability to it.
Oh, that's got a real...
Pretty different to the other ones, of course.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, of course, it's a very different type of beer. But the different tastes immediately hitting the taste buds are, you've got the different fruits, you've got the flavours, you've got the bitterness, then you've got the aftertaste, the sourness, but it brings you back in for more.
Yeah.
It's, that's lovely.
It's thirst quenching, that like sour finish, and it does really, it cleanses the palate, it refreshes. So
completely different to the other beers, and yeah. And what percentage is that one? That's
7, this one.
7%.
Yeah. So a little stronger, we've gone up a little as we've gone.
Yes. That's got a very different approach to it. That is wonderful. Lovely.